Welcome to another episode from our Growth Tips series, the only place to grow you and your business and live the life you want to live. In this episode, we look at how to create a public relations campaign for your business. For this learning session, we'll assume that gaining media attention will consist of gaining positive mentions for your business, or your offerings in newspapers, magazines, newsletters, websites, and journals. All of these being read by your target audience. So why is PR so important? There's been some incredible businesses built mostly from PR. Look at how big the Virgin brand has grown, or Ultimo, the underwear company started by Michelle Mone. Both of these companies are perfect examples of how PR can help a business become known. It gives credibility. People are tired of seeing advertising. They like to read about a story that happened from another person's experience or viewpoint, especially if that person is an authority figure. Reading it like this is much more believable than just what an advert might say. This gives you increased and instant credibility. A great return. Adverts in magazines might cost you thousands and be viewed for just a few seconds. A story in the same magazine might not cost anything and be read by 50% or more of the readership. If you consider eyeball time, which one is better? It's great for brand building, a story about your firm or your people, or a way that you overcame a problem. It helps your ideal customer to connect with you more personally than an advert ever will. It resells your customers. Your customers love to know they're with the right people. It confirms their decision was a good one. And people like to be proved right. A good story about your business will help them do just that. This just leads to them buying again, to show everyone else how right they were the first time. It resells your employees. How proud do your staff feel if the media are telling the world how great you are? After all, it's the staff that create your business. If the business is said to be great, they are naturally great too. If you ever needed a way to increase loyalty for your business and even attract new talent, this is one way to do just that. It creates automatic marketing content. If you were struggling to create content, this has just created a whole new stream of content to get you on that road. Repurpose it in newsletters, in social media, and on your website. Even if it's not read by your ideal customer, the reader might just be impressed enough to pass it onto their friends who probably are your ideal customer. So here's 5 steps to create a PR plan. A good article can be worth 10 times as much as an advert in the same publication. So number 1 is listening. Make a list of at least 10 journalists or bloggers who cover your industry or town. Put their names into Google Alerts and their blogs into Google Reader. Read everything that they write. Learn what gets their attention. Number 2, networking. Engage with these people publicly on social media and by commenting on their blog posts. The idea is to demonstrate you know what you're talking about, so they think of your business for their reference point in the next story. Number 3 is pitch curves. Don't bombard them with press releases. If you've got a story that you think would benefit their readers, speak to them about it. Don't pitch your service or product. Just help them create content with your expert perspective. Number 4 is release. What a one-page announcement every month or more, giving details of your latest wins, conferences you attended, special promotions, events in your diary. Send these to the various online distribution services. And lastly, there's 5, amplify. Post all news to your online profiles and on your website. Use Google Alerts and grab the RSS feed to automatically post. Print your one-page release and send it out to your network. And some practices to include in your PR system. Number 1, monitor real time. Keep an eye on what's being said in your industry through the news and through Google Alerts. When a video goes viral or a trending topic gets hot, think of ways that you can insert your brand or product or your expertise. Number 2, build relationships. You can't get media coverage by buying a media list, regardless of who you're buying it from. It's never been easier to reach the journalists you want to reach. Use social media and their posts to create a relationship with them. Number 3, expand the base. Remember to include relevant bloggers to your list, not just journalists. Some bloggers have a larger audience than some newspapers. Try niche, smaller blogs, as well as the larger blogs. Read the blog. Start dialogue through comments and on Twitter. Pitch a story or guest post idea, only if you can create a compelling argument to why this will be valuable to their audience. And number 4, go direct. Tracking a media alert service is one way to go. Direct to the journalist or blogger. They post their requirements on the sites. You approach them with the support. When writing a press release, ask yourself this question. Will the readers think this is interesting, entertaining, informative, or useful? The media doesn't care about your success unless their readers care about it. So here's a list of tactics to get the reporter's attention. First of all, have real news. If you've won a significant contract or licensed a new technology, you might have a story that provides an angle for your journalist or your blogger. Number 2, be first. The first always gets covered. The first to feature a technology. The first to do a particular type of project. The first to win a national award. Being the first woman to become first female of a minority-owned business in your industry is newsworthy. Number 3, be unique. Being unique makes you stand out. You'll get positive publicity by offering something new. That might be an unheard of guarantee, service engineers in tuxedos, balloon telegrams, etc. Number 4, offer local angles on national stories. If you're already making national headlines, you can provide a local perspective with the local press. Has some legislation recently been passed that will impact the industry? Watch the national news trends to stay on top of them. And number 5, capitalize on our ties to a trend. Associations and publications report on industry trends. Reporters love to get a jump start on a new trend. Just tie your company, your brand, or your products to that trend. Take advantage of stories about overcoming diversity. Everyone loves a happy ending. Use yours and your company's story of overcoming adversity to get some buy-in. Keep an eye out for people stories. promotions, new hires, awards, board appointments, weddings, births, and any event that involves people in your business and what they do on and off the job. That can be a really good way of generating story ideas. Just make a story out of any of it. Solve a common problem, then tell everyone about it. If you've discovered a unique way to solve your target's problem, use that. These will potentially tell the reader how it benefits them by reading, rather than promoting your business. Go against the norm. Controversy always stands out from the crowd and gets you noticed. This should be your perspective. There's two sides to every story. Look for ways to book trends or start trends. Then publish an article, a letter to the editor, a blog post, or an advert to help differentiate you. But don't be contrarian for the sake of it. This could just make you look stupid. So the PR toolbox. You've got the pitch letter. To interest a reporter in your story idea, present yourself as a perfect guest for a show. The pitch letter is like an ad for your story idea. It sells your story to the reader. A pitch letter is not a press release. It should not present any specific details of your idea. You want the reader to think, I need to get more information about this. Don't waste a word. In the first sentence, give them the angle for your story idea that makes it worth their attention. Customize it. Tailor your pitch to the people who receive it. Let them know you understand that your story could fit their readers. If you know that the publication is for 18 to 25-year-olds, show them how it's relevant to that audience. And prove it fits their readership. Think about the editor's question. Why would our reader care about this story? Your pitch should complete the statement. This story would make a valuable addition to your coverage on the recent trend of ... And the press release. Understand how to properly write a press release. Here's a very brief guide on the structure of a good press release. So, one page, one subject. The point of a press release is to get the attention of a reporter or editor and make them want to know more about you, your story, or your business. It's not about handing a story over to a reporter. It's about getting to that phone conversation only. Keep it to one page. Focus on one topic. Some reporters get hundreds of story ideas every day. Get their attention, then offer a story when they call. If you can keep them hanging and wondering just a bit, all the better. You'll need a publicity kit. This simply is a folder full of press releases and relevant photos. Much of this information is the same as your marketing pack, but formatted and presented slightly different. Create a handful of kits and keep them ready. If presenting a specific topic, you can always add it in as you need it. If a reporter requests one piece of information, send them the full press kit. Something else might get their attention. The publicity kit should include the backgrounder. This release should give the reader a full account of the background and the history of the firm, the types of customers and the projects or contracts you typically work on. There's the core message. This release should highlight the primary benefits of working with your business. Promote how your firm is different. It cannot read like an advert. And stick to the facts. This release is a document that announces how your firm is different. And then you've got service descriptions. Describe the services your business specializes in and the problems that you solve. Then process descriptions. Have you got any unique processes? For example, a 147-point checklist for every job. Case studies. Specifics of some recently completed projects. Don't sell, just give facts. The type of job, any challenges, the overall result. If you're working for different markets, have at least one for each market. The founders. Include a page on each of the firm's owners, partners, or senior management. Talk about industry background and experience. Each person should have a 5x7-inch digital high-quality photo. And then photos. Include pictures as digital images that can be used. If you add products, ensure that these are included too. Digital photos should be professional and at least 300 dpi. So then there's the media interview. Getting the interview is what we've covered already. The next important part is getting your message across. Set some goals for the interview. When a reporter calls to schedule an interview, ask a couple of questions. What is the story he's working on? Who's the audience? And when will the story run? You can prepare much better for the interview this way. The primary point of an interview is to get your message across. Do this by scripting some very quotable core message soundbites, a maximum of 20 seconds long, and be ready to deliver them word for word when it's appropriate. First of all, break the ice with the interviewer. You want to open the reporter up on a personal level. You might ask, where are you from? What brought you to this publication? Redirect the conversation. And occasionally the reporter won't let you get your message across simply by asking the right questions. So redirect your answers with some answers such as, what's important to consider in this case? Or, let me make that more relevant for your readers. Or, what we can take from that point is. Or you might say, that's a good example, but I think you'd also be interested in knowing. So this turns the conversation in the direction you want and gives you the opportunity to get your message across. Have a plan and some preset answers. Then just look for opportunities to feed the answers in. Sometimes you'll get a question you can't answer. Don't make it up. Tell the reporter you don't know, but you'll find out. You can then follow up with them later. And try to get the last word. Most journalists like to close an interview with, is there anything else you'd like our readers to know about? So make sure you've got a memorable soundbite answer prepared for this. And if they don't ask it, just put it in yourself. Say something like, there's one more thing I'd like to point out. Prepare a takeaway document for the journalist to use with all facts and figures. Include your contact information, any websites and other places for them to find out more. So here's the actions from this learning session. Find media sources, including magazines, newspapers, and online sources. Create 3 or 4 central themes for the year that support your core marketing message. Create a PR calendar and give a PR theme and a goal for each month. Create one-page press releases with catchy headlines. Target your core media list once a month. Follow up your core media list by phone. Track any media coverage in local and trade press. Set up Google Alerts for key related terms. And reprint any media coverage that you receive. That's it. Thank you for watching. I hope you've got some value from this. You can download the workbook by clicking the link below. If you think others would get some value from this, please invite them to join the various social media groups and pages. And that's it until the next time. Thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing you next time.